Oof. It didn't look good. That was
the picture. It didn't look good.
Yeah, no, looked extra large and in charge.
Well, they got all these apps now. We can fix that.
Yeah, I don't want to do. I would rather fix it.
We'll drop a filter.
We need to go to Ironworks.
I had to turn around a little bit like that.
You got that turn? You got that turn, huh?
Just see Doug. He'll take care of us.
Yeah.
Could you see us like going to Ironworks and just go straight like
getting buff? I feel like we have to shave our heads.
I tried to wear a dark
tattoos
shirt too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dark, doesn't that make
You're in way better shape than both of us combined right now.
Yeah, that's true. You're a college athlete though.
Part-time.
How many years did you play?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
I got one. I got one that hurt. So not even a whole.
What'd you play?
Linebacker.
I got you.
Yeah, tore my ACL. MCL.
Something I knew. I just found out you played linebacker.
Yeah.
I got the yellow. So it's okay.
How many times did you sit back just relaxing? Understand movements coming in, yeah, we got the packs in. I don't really wanna see no more traffic. Last pack just came in, let's get it out quick.
I had a hard
Wanna be okay, wanna be alright.
What's the number of
Wanna see the world.
He did with Nick. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Welcome to Kathy and Susie's Kids. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Matthew. And we're here with Mr. Mike Butler.
And I'm Mike Butler, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, what up, Mike? Hey.
This is you're becoming a rather familiar face around this studio, man. I love it. I love it.
Well, I'm glad to be in the studio. I don't want to be a familiar face around the coast, but the studio is a great place.
The studio is a good place to be a familiar face, dude.
I thought you were going to say coast.
No.
I think, are we at this is part 3?
I think. I don't know.
You've been on 3 times, right? This is your third time.
Third time, yeah.
Third time's a charm.
Cheers. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back.
I'll cheers with the candle on the hot drink.
Here's a high noon down there. Grab you a high noon.
I don't think I've had a hot noon yet.
Not bad. I mean, I feel it's got a lot of electrolytes.
What is it? It's vodka.
It's for girls. It's for ladies, but
is it?
There's 4 guys in here drinking one right now. So you know what?
All right, give me what else we got. I'm gonna let Butler call me out on that.
There's some Modelo's and some Bud Light.
There's Modelo's and there's Bud Light, and I'll just go ahead and sip on this high noon.
Does this thing come up some?
I think so.
Okay, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Guys, can you hear us live with it? Hey, buddy, what's up, dude? Guys, share this right now. Share this. We're here with the Sands developer, Mike Butler. We just dropped some new hats too. The Sands hats right here. Definitely going to giving these away on some of these away on the show tonight. Mm-hmm. And even after you get done watching the show with us, we've had them on 3 times on this topic of the Sands. It's been vacant since 2018.
Yeah, that's when the lawsuit started. We started the project in 2015. So, I mean, I'm 40, turned 40 this year, and we started when I was 35. So, more power to the developer.
Me and Jordan will be 35 next year.
I'll be 35 in September.
Yeah, this year.
Did you know when his birthday is?
I mean, no.
It's Christmas Day. Yeah, nobody's going to know. What a guess. What a wild shot. What if he would have nailed it and just pulled it out?
He looks a lot like Jesus. So,
I thought, we're this close.
Same kind of personality,
Yeah.
Same kind of.
I think humor, we got a lot of similar things, qualities. We got good friends. I got 12 good friends that hang out.
I see what you did there.
What?
And my name's Matthew. It's biblical. I always tell people that.
That's true.
It's in the New Testament.
I mean, the show's named after you.
Where's yours come from? Jordan.
I think my mom's maiden name is Jordan with a J-O-R.
I got you.
And then she switched it to keep it. And I think if I was a girl, my name would have been Brittany.
Did she DRT it up? You said she switched it?
So my name is Michael, and my brother's name is Andres. You got to roll the R.
Is it Andres?
Andres.
Is there any Spanish heritage there? Or
Dutch, man. My mom's last name is Vandenhazel.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm half Dutch. People didn't know that.
No, you learned something new. No, I had no clue.
My mom thinks that means that, like, we're immune from everything. She thinks that means we're, like, perfect, because our genealogy or something makes us.
I think the same thing about myself. So.
I actually had
I like your mom already.
I was like, you won't get sick. You're Dutch.
Andres got to hang out with him at the cannery. Came out about 2 weeks ago. We had a good time together.
He sing?
Huh?
He likes to sing.
He did good.
Yeah, he likes to sing.
He did good.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
Is he your younger brother, older brother?
Nah, he's older, man.
Yeah,
older.
He's a good dude.
So are you the youngest of all? Or is it just you and him, or?
No, my dad had. Yeah, it's me and him for my dad and mom. My dad has a previous marriage where he had 3 boys, so I'm the youngest. My oldest brother's what? I'm 40, so he's 53. We got the same birthday, May 2nd.
Wow, that's weird.
And
That's really weird.
Same birthday, yeah. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
I think they planned it out that
So I'm a
way.
baby. Nah, well, it was with 2 different women, so I'm not sure.
No, I hope not.
Maybe my
That's weird.
dad planned it out that way.
Genius.
I
Noted.
he played soccer too, right? With you?
He did, and
Yeah.
and yeah,
Because we had a bunch of guys when we were out there at the cannery. His brother's up there, and like this one guy knew who he was and was like, I forgot the guy's name. Sorry, buddy. I don't remember your name, but I know that you used to play with them, or you were a lot. He's a couple years younger than y'all, and he used to, I guess, play with y'all. But like, I don't know if you started.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, Jordan.
But there was like a big deal. I mean, this guy was like, was your brother really good at soccer?
No, he was good, man. He played with me. He's my brother's a good dude, man. He's a solid guy. I always tell everybody he's a little goofy, but he's a solid.
What's
good,
he do? Is he here now, or did he move off? Or
No, he works with us in my office.
Okay, I haven't met him yet.
He
I
rents
haven't met
space
him
from us, man. He's got a LED light company, so he does LED lighting. He does a lot of lighting on these government programs and things like that. And he gets pissed off at me because I don't buy his lights from him for my houses because I tell him to sell them to my electricians.
yeah. He's got to go down the right trickle.
Yeah, I can't. I want to. It's. But anyways, he's a super good dude, man. My brother's solid, no doubt about it.
He's got a voice.
Yeah. So I need to hear him sing. Then he's comes right now. Why don't you come sing? Can you sing?
Yeah,
I mean,
Can everybody sing?
No. We've been at this karaoke competition now.
I can't sing, dude. I can't sing. He got.
I can't either.
He got the singing.
I'm
voice.
pretty sure I get booed off the stage real fast.
Well, you do a good job off stage. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can replace you, man.
Did you hear him rap? Did you hear him rap? He did a great job rapping.
Yeah, I rapped.
We
I might be a rapper.
I think it was
Thinking about
like
it.
I saw some of them the other day that I didn't see the rap, but I only had a few minutes because
it was the Brandon Pace episode with him and Plowed and you know, it was at the very end, I think. And actually, we're about to leave to go to Brandon's class reunion, which was awesome.
And we crashed it.
And then he stopped and he's like, no, we're rapping. We're doing one more. And then he went back and we rapped some more. But Jordan did a good job.
So did you.
Yeah, no, not as good as Jordan.
No, you did great.
You got to be in the right state of mind to do that, man.
Just saying, we might have a new career. We might start a rap group.
I think you'd probably do well.
I want to be kind of like
Y'all would have some
TLC.
awesome videos.
If you were a rapper, what would your rap name be? If you get to pick it.
I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. You put me on the spot.
Yeah, that's what
would
we
you
do.
call me?
I don't know. No, you do it. I don't know.
But just like I don't have a clue, man.
I just call you Butler, bro. I mean, that's
Butler. That's actually
Butler, the rapper, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. That's a tough one.
Little Butler.
That really is.
Little Butler.
Little Butler.
Yeah,
Little Butler.
Little Butler.
Dude, bro.
Little Butler.
Little Mike. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I like that one better.
That was terrible.
No.
All right, well, we got some comments in here. We got our dirt track legend right here, Brett Spicer. Shout out to Brett Spicer, is one of our first Crawfish and Beer sponsors.
Yep.
Has a dirt track car. He's getting serious, kind of like Days of Thunder. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
Boozy said, John, we're still waiting on you to accept our invite to come on as a guest, man. Wait.
Oh, and he bought a mattress from me today. Shout out to the Boothbys. Thank you for shopping local.
He started my governor campaign recently, so he's been boosting it up pretty
He's
good.
serious about it, though, man.
Boothby's a good guy. You know,
Very much
he's
so.
He's a super good guy.
Oh, we got Megan shared. Hey, y'all, what's up, girl?
What up, man?
Yellow Jackets for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take the next one.
All right, I'm Kiowa. What up, Kiowa?
What up,
Can't
buddy?
ever say it right. I'm
Just
just wrong.
he's going to be joining the Carter Champions board. Thank you for that. Matt Coolrick, HQ Off-Road. We had him on. Was good. Do you know the Jeep people that are real big in the Jeeps? This guy right here, Matt is. $100,000 Jeeps.
I can't afford those.
Yeah, me either.
All my money's tied up in the sands. I can't afford anything right now.
So yeah, so what just happened? I guess with this current ruling, we saw Garrett. You want to hit us with that? Hit everybody with that clip real quick. That way we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I mean it's
We're watching it, or what are we doing here?
I think
He's
we're
gonna
gonna
pull it
watch
up.
it.
yeah, it's pulling it up.
Out of Ocean
All
Springs.
right, guys. Let's
Tear
go ahead.
down. That's the ruling from the judge in that zoning dispute
Hold on.
over the
Gotta
sands
listen to it.
development.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't hear it from here.
Yeah, I gotta have your headphones on.
Demolished in 60 days. Chancellor Wynn is
Can't hear
in
that.
Ocean Springs.
I don't know.
With
I don't
the
know if it's
very
playing yet.
No, it's playing through, but I don't
latest.
think we can hear it. They can hear it.
Well, that's good because I don't want to hear that dude's voice. That attorney.
Now, these are the two buildings that are
Anyways, the guys,
standing on
this has
the
been
sand
a-
development property, which has been
I
of
would say
much
it's kind of a crazy
controversy.
mess. I mean,
And of course,
you had the okay to go ahead and build this property. Like, I mean, everything was done, and all of a sudden now it's coming back and trying to reverse everything. And
Dude, just to give a quick rundown. You want a quick rundown again?
Yeah.
Just to get us back to where we were?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
for
go.
everybody who hasn't.
All right. So there's a lot of comments on Facebook. Well, I say a lot. I mean, you realize we have like 8 people against us. There was 10 on the lawsuit, and 2 of them moved back to Tennessee already. They moved in from Tennessee in 2017 or 18, jump on the lawsuit, and then they turn around and move back to Tennessee. So we got 8 locals on the lawsuit right now. And then every now and then there's a person that comments, well, the big bad developer should have, gone through the proper city channels. Well, first of all, you can't go like you can't build houses without going through the proper channels.
I'll say there's code.
God, dude. Look,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go back through and rehash it. The bottom line is we have literally done. I'm so tired of talking about this. If y'all can't see by my demeanor, when we start talking about fighting these dudes, I'll get a lot more pepped up and start going. But I'm so tired of telling this freaking story. It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous experience of my life. It doesn't make any damn sense. So but bottom line is we went through all the proper channels. There's no collusion. I've been through 3 boards. This is my 3rd mayor and my 3rd board. This person posted, I don't even know who this person is, but they posted earlier and they laid it out for everybody. And it was completely false. The whole narrative they laid out, none of it made any sense whatsoever.
Well, do you think a lot of that has to do with people being able to control the narrative? I mean, at the end of the day, you believe what you want to believe, right? There's people that don't think we landed on the moon. And
that's the truth, man. That's the truth. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's a good point. That's the truth. But at the end of the day, you can look at zoning laws and they're like, you got to follow the proper zone, proper code. The bottom line is, man, that stuff that's a living document. It's not a solid, you have to do it in this box. You can't, this be like putting you in a box politically or something. You think this way. No, you can't put me in a box, man. I got a lot of thoughts in a lot of different directions. So you can't put me in a box. It's the same thing with this code. You know what I mean? So the code's living. That's why they have variances. That's why they have a board of aldermen. That's why they have a mayor. That's why they have these things in place to be able to do things within the city. So all we want to do is something cool, man. That's all I want to do is something cool. I feel like my business, building homes, is seriously an art form for me. You know what I mean? It's the truth. People say that, and I appreciate it very much when people see that. And it's just that's where I get to put out my creativity. You know what I'm saying? It's not me, but my job is more of a manager, and I get the right architects and I get the right people and I put it all together.
Yeah, like you're saying earlier with yourselves, or your electricians. You want to buy through them and do the master painter.
Dude, it's the truth,
director.
Man. Are we still good?
I'm having little issues. Are we having little issues, Garrett?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
It's blurry.
A little distorted.
All right.
Are we still in?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're in.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw. Well, see,
as
that's
long as
what
they hear
happens
us.
with
As long as they
this
can
TV.
hear us, that's all that matters. Just listen.
But it's my job to put everything together, man. So the first thing you do when you want to put something together is you go to the city and you talk to them and you make sure it's going to work. So the bottom line is this: I went through every proper channel that I was supposed to go through every single time. You got like, aside from those 10 people, you got 2 or 3 other haters. You got to do this. You get whatever. I don't even, those people.
Well, how long have you been building? When did you build your very first house?
Me and people don't know this, but Brandon Elliott and I were partners a long time ago, back in the day. He's got Elliott Homes.
So yeah, I know.
So,
how long ago was that? What day? Give me a year.
I was 28, 29. I'm 40 now.
So you had plenty of experience before you even got to the point of the sands. Yeah, exactly. So it's not like you're starting out from scratch and not knowing what you have to do to walk through the proper process.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
And I've had a real estate brokerage for 13 years too, or 14 years, I think. So I've had my real estate brokerage.
So you know how to get things done. You know how to follow the rules.
It's not rocket surgery, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fairly simple. There's a lot of convoluted things. Once the attorneys get involved, man, it's over with. You know what I mean? It's just now you get once you're caught up in the system. Like if you look at that from a political perspective, Jesus, I mean, you think about I'm in here trying to just build some houses. What if you got caught up in the system? You know, as somebody that made one little mistake or something. You know
absolutely.
When you get caught up in the system, it's just the most ridiculous experience of my life. And you get a judge like I did, who just for some reason doesn't rule the whole time. You know, and we can talk about exactly how we got to this. We knew for a fact that we were going to get an unfavorable ruling because we finally. I called my attorney one day, David, and I said, "Look, man, we got 2 attorneys. We got David Krause and we got Robert Schwartz." But I told David, I said, "Look." He represents Butler Homes and Robert represents the Sands. You know what I mean? So, and they've done a little crossover, but anyways, David's my personal attorney, great friend of mine. But one day I called him, was like, dude, do something. I'm tired of this. We need an answer. I'm tired of this 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So he didn't want to do this, but I basically said, look, man, you need to reach out to this judge and tell him we're going to file a complaint, a judicial complaint. I even put it on Facebook. Like I put on Facebook, if I don't get a ruling by July 2nd, I'm filing a judicial complaint. I'm doing it. What else am I going to do? I'm sitting here with my hands tied behind my back. I can't do anything. I'm just a local guy that wants to build some cool stuff. Give me a
ROI, return on investment.
Dude, give me a ruling. Yeah, exactly. My money's tied up. It's not just my money too. And I've said this, like people always like Butler did this, Butler did that. I'm probably the smallest like investor in this project, but
sweat equity.
Equity. I got a lot of sweat equity, but it's not just me, man. It's me. It's my wife.
Right.
Lauren,
You're impacted more than one person. Is right.
Oh man, it's Josh Workman. I mean, the stuff that he's done, he's worked just as hard as I have, if not harder, on all this. And then we've got investor Roy Deathridge, who invested with us. Hell, Chase Denmark's got some money in this thing, man. So
Chase.
Yeah. So anyway, and Jennifer Gill, I mean, poor Jennifer.
I remember you talking about her last time you were on.
Dude, she's got everything. And then of course Lee Brumfield's passed away, but his brother Al has taken his position and he's backing 100%. He's whatever you guys need, we're doing. So now all the stuff that Lee was doing out in the public, Lee was the one talking to the news. Lee was the one going to the meetings and all that good stuff. I went with him, but he was doing the majority of the speaking. Well, now I'm putting that role.
And those are big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill, dude.
I think you're doing a good job of it.
The thing that really aggravates me about this whole situation is the stalling of it. Like it's just like one of the pity things where it's stalling.
No, that's old tactic. That's
what's been happening to him is like, hey, we're gonna rule this or not, and that's when the 60 days tear it down because Butler was like, you're gonna give me an answer or things are gonna get crazy.
Well, I feel like, and I can't speak for the judge obviously, but here's what I think about this. That was him kind of saying, you know what, I'm the judge. You're not gonna tell me what to do. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Seems that way.
But it seems that way.
It seems one-sided.
And the other thing is I told Dave, I said, there's no way this judge can stop the Unified Development Code, which is something that the city's been working on since forever. I mean, they've been working on this code hard forever, trying to bring a new code because the old one was archaic. So I was like, he can rule against, we had several things before the judge, and I was like, he can rule against the 57 townhomes, but there's no way he can stop the UDC, because if he stops the UDC, he has to stop it for the entire city. Well, guess what he did? Guess what he did? He stopped the UDC for the entire city of Ocean Springs.
Really?
So you had a ruling. So just so people understand how serious this is, you had a UDC, Unified Development Code, which is a whole code that rezones the entire city of Ocean Springs. You get this code, these aldermen vote on it. I think it was they vote, or whatever, 2019. They vote on this code 7-0.
Unanimous.
Unanimous on this new Unified Development Code. And by this lawsuit, this case, this judge said the code goes back, it reverts back to the old code as of the ruling date the other day. So he said, I'm smarter than every person on this board. I'm going to overrule the board and the years and years and years y'all put into the effort to adopt this Unified Development Code. And I'm going to tell you that code is no longer valid in your city.
Is that an elected position?
That's an elected position.
So this is like why you vote. This is,
why
you see it just happened in Mississippi. In the Supreme Court,
was like 74%.
Yeah, I mean, and they were like,
dude, this is why you vote, man. You think your vote counts? I mean, these people have laws that can circumvent that. Let me tell you another law. So everybody, we talk about all this. Butler's going to sue him and get his money back. That's horse shit. And
Really?
Excuse, I try not to cuss in this situation,
that's all right.
but you know how much money I get back, dude? There's Tort Claims Act or laws or whatever, however you call them. The tort laws say that the maximum that the city would have to pay me if they lost, the maximum that they would have to pay me is $500,000. They're protected by tort laws.
Yeah.
And why are they protected by tort laws? Because they vote them in for themselves. So the municipalities and the governments protect themselves, man. So somebody like me, think about this. I'm a local boy. I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi. I live in Biloxi. I've lived in Ocean Springs. I lived all over this coast. I'm from here. I raised my family here. I pay taxes here. I work my ass off. I bust my ass to build houses. I provide a lot of jobs, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but from a building perspective, we do $7, $8, $9 million worth of business in this coast, which is a lot of damn business.
Yeah.
And that was a $30 million project, and all that, dude, I work my ass off like that, and I don't even know if I can take my kids on a fucking vacation this year. Think about that for a second.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying?
real talk.
That's real talk.
And then you
dude.
go and see other people on vacation that don't work hard, and that's what
dude,
bugs
you
me.
bust your ass to bring this stuff up. So y'all are hearing some emotion come out. But you know what? Those kids are going on vacation. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
Bottom
that's
line.
how it goes.
But it's stressful thinking about it because I'm taking all of my now. I told that son of a gun, Alon. I said I'll fight you till the end of the world. And dude, you ain't even freaking pushed me against the ropes yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all. I've been ducking and dodging. I'm telling you right now, I will fight his ass till the end of time. No bullshit.
So why is it taken? I mean, there has to be a justifiable reason behind what they just did and what they just ruled. So what was that? What was their, I guess, this is why we're ruling this way. Did they give you that? I know you said you think it is, but what did they say it was?
It was, I talked to 3 attorneys that are involved. All of them think it was the absolute worst ruling they've ever seen. This woman reached out to me that Krebs made a real estate ruling against her. She took it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court typically either kicks it off to the appellate court or they look at it at the Supreme Court level, but they very, very rarely, and I'm told all of this, I'm not a lawyer, but they very, very rarely ever hear a case verbally. They heard her case against Krebs' ruling and they ruled 9-0. Unanimously voted his ruling down and gave her the right to sue these people back.
So this has happened before.
This dude, I've talked to other attorneys who say everybody has a bad Robert Krebs story. And I'm in here on a podcast talking about it.
I mean, if there's a track record, I mean, if you get 3 DUIs, you lose your driver's license.
What am I going to do? I put on Facebook the other day, so I'm picking a fight that I might not be able to win.
Right.
But you know what? I'm going to fight.
Be a martyr.
What else am I going to do, man? Sit home and go to sleep and tell my wife, sorry, babe, we're going to go bankrupt now. Bullshit.
Hey, I did this, doing this book right now. It's with Malcolm Gladwell, David and Goliath. And this is a similar situation. It's David and Goliath. It's the whole book, the
slingshot.
The underdog. Like, and the thing is, and this is where you said about the judge is where it's like, I'm going to do this ruling because I'm the judge.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is you brought up the story about like him having this ain't the first time he's rubbed some people the wrong way. And I'm allegedly or whatever, but like just being your friend and seeing this whole situation, they're not like straight clear to you about any of this. Like you're just, hey man, like I walked that property with him was the coolest thing. It was like, hey, I got a window here just for this view. I got this over here. And it's like a passion project. And
well, like you said it earlier, I mean, that's your art, And
you know what? The other thing, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
you go.
Lee's house. Tear that down. You think I'm gonna tear Lee Brumfield's house down?
No.
Right. No, are you kidding me, dude?
No.
And here's the thing. This is where the judge is a little misguided. And this is what I believe. This is my personal belief. Nobody said this to me. This is me. People tend to get caught up in their own lives. You understand what I'm saying? And this judge has been on the bench for a long time. And he looks at things from a court of law perspective. And when he finds a way, I've heard that for some reason, he doesn't like the cities. I don't know if that's a fact, but for some reason, he doesn't like the cities. But he's not thinking about, wait a minute, this project is way better for Ocean Springs than that project. This project's way better. And I know he's got to rule on the law, but when the law leaves a lot up for interpretation. Yeah. A lot up for interpretation. There's no reason that judge had to rule against us on this 57 townhomes, then rule against us against the UDC, and effectively put the city of Ocean Springs is on halt right now. If you're a developer and you want to go do a project in Ocean Springs,
you
can't do shit.
Why would you want to after watching what's going on
now? Well, hold on a second. But here's the deal, dude. Because of the neighbors. So let's go ahead and give shout outs or let's pay credit where credit is due. The city of Ocean Springs, the city officials have been behind us 100% of the time. We've had 1 or 2 vote against us. One time the planning commission voted against us and it was one guy. It was up to him and the dude voted no. And then he walks out in the parking lot on one situation. Okay. Then he walks out in the parking lot, looks at us and says, man, I'm sorry. I voted the wrong way. 10 minutes later, I'm like, dude, all you had to do was stand up for what you believed. You got sucked in and you voted because all these neighbors are here. Dude, he literally came in the parking lot and said, I voted the wrong way. And we looked at him like, thanks, man. But luckily, the Board of Aldermen overturned him, in the next vote. But one time the Planning Commission turned us away, but the Board of Aldermen went for us.
We got some Kevin Harris shout out from the sound, and he just said, gentlemen, what's up, buddy? Brett Spicer again. Randy Richardson, what's up, Brett? What up, guys? What's up, buddy? Robert from Trench from Juke Joint.
Yo.
She's giving a shout out. Then we got Carrie said, They need to let Mike continue to build the condos. He is trying to build something nice on Ocean Springs Beach instead of apartments. It has been dragging on too long.
That's well. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Carey.
We need Carey to run for office and hire up. Hire Carey.
He's in the county, man. He's in the county. Where's your parents' address, Carey? I didn't say that out loud.
Brandon Bailey, I don't know you, Michael, but I got a lot of respect for what you're doing, standing up for the small guys.
Man, I appreciate that, dude.
Shout out to Brandon, one of my childhood best friends. He got me and Matt, put us on the billboard with him. This is his company, does logistics. So FedEx, got a bunch of FedEx trucks. He got the Jordan Matthew podcast on a billboard for us.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, look at putting us on the map.
He just watches the podcast.
To come up,
That's
come
cool,
up,
dude. That's super
Thank you,
cool.
Brandon.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro.
Now and it's not like you haven't been rude in this situation. You haven't been rude about it. You've literally reached out to him several times. I remember you told me a story of doing your newborn pictures, and you waited a couple hours just to have a conversation with one of the guys in the lawsuit, Michael Alon, one of the main guys. Okay, let's be honest, one of the main guys.
Yeah,
and the main guy. It's 100% him. Period. The other people that are on the lawsuit signed on to a coattail.
Well, we were riding. We went fishing. I told you we went fishing on the island last week. And we were riding out, and I was sitting there looking at the property as we're riding past it. And I was like, there's his house right there. And I can point at his house and you can see it from the boat, from a mile away.
Dude, I ride by that, every week when I go out. Every week I go out to the island. That's what we do, man. We go out to the island. But I ride out there. I don't even look at it. I don't look at it.
You like this?
People, I can't live one day without talking about this project unless I stay home. Well, and then my neighbors come over and ask me about it.
No, it's one of the things you can't stop talking about because this is a serious issue. This is 30 million. This is a development, and not just, but people to build. This is a life. Like, everybody feeds off this. There's so many people that are affected by this. Employees, contractors, tons of people. Not only that, people that want to move here, have families here, help the community. I mean, we're talking $30 million development.
Yeah, you've already had multiple people reach out saying that they want to buy one of these.
Yeah,
homes.
you're gonna turn away good money that could grow the community.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the answer.
Yeah, look at that apartment complex. That's what you're getting. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, those people they're trying to put this single family zoning with they're fighting. What they're fighting is words and vocabulary. You said this is single family. This isn't a detached townhome. Like, they're fighting vocabulary. It's insane, dude. They're not even looking at the greater good. So that's fine. Like this, we're going to do apartments. And this is what I told this guy. You don't understand. Like, I will build apartments. I'm not threatening apartments. Butler keeps threatening apartments. No. Butler's promising you he's going to build something. And if you force him into a corner, he's going to build apartments. I'm not building 13 single family homes on a property that valuable that's zoned multifamily. What kind of sense does that make? It doesn't make any economical sense.
You should build like windmills, solar panel farm.
Dude, if I could I'm telling you at this point, I'm telling the city of Ocean Springs, if I could build 150 apartments on there, I'd do it right now, because I've done everything in my power to put the best possible project out there. I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars, not me, my partners. I wouldn't be able to be here if it weren't for all them, but we have hundreds of thousands of dollars in design fees alone, dude. I will put apartments out there in 2.2 seconds. As soon as they allow me, and guess what? He reverted the old zone in the judge's ruling. It goes back to R1A. Well, guess what's allowed in R1A by right? We're back to the drawing board.
What?
Apartments. Now, they're going to fight it. They've already sued to stop the apartments once because they never thought we'd we'd try to build them. Michael Alon, I'm building apartments, big boy. I'm building apartments, Mr. Alon. Apartments are coming, Mr. Alon. I told you 3.5 years ago, apartments are coming. I'm not playing with you. I'm 100% serious. Come stop.
What about slip and slides? Like, what if we did something like that? And what if you just had like a big mega investor come in and want to buy it?
You know what I'm going to try to do? Hey, I'm going to go talk to Mr. Kenny, the new mayor, and see if I can get some RV parking on it for cruising the coast and all that good stuff. I'm about this close right now to putting a homeless camp out there and just going over there and grilling for them every Friday afternoon. We can go over there and hang out, rent it to them for $1 and making them sign waivers. The only thing that's holding me back from doing that is because I like the other neighbors, man. They've been supportive. That poor old lady in the blue house right there, I don't want to mess her up, but I'm thinking about doing it. I mean, it's on the table.
Like I'm petty. Like I said, I told you earlier, like I would be, undigging some dirt that was there.
Y'all are welcome to go there anytime you want and take a 55-gallon drum and start a fire in it and look at the stars and drink as much beer as you want.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, anytime you want. If y'all need to park there, your friends want to hang out, y'all want to have a party for kids, I'll get the grass cut. We'll put slip and slides and everything up. I don't care. Whatever y'all want to do.
It's similar to you building this here's another thing too is Garrett, can you go back to that, like the water pitcher color where it's got like a lawn in the middle? So guys, with the Sands project, and I've seen his vision, he's got a lawn in the middle where everybody comes together, hangs out. Yeah. So it's the other one where it's kind of like the side picture.
It shows it from the house.
Yeah. There, right there.
Yeah.
So right there's a middle green
courtyard.
So everybody can come together and hang out, and they all got. Look at these views. I mean, guys, you know what Ocean Springs look like. That right there is.
And then you put that apartment picture back up, and that's what they're getting.
Do we have that part?
So, look, I'm gonna make him as nice as possible. Lee would roll over in his grave right now if I didn't say I was gonna make those apartments beautiful. But I'll make them beautiful. All 57 of them. Instead of the 41 beautiful houses I was going to build. All 57. We went and got those wetlands mitigated. Lee took his own money out of the company together and went and got those wetlands mitigated so we could add 4 more units. Guess what? I'm going to add 4 more units. I'm going to go talk to the city and I'm going to say, what is bulletproof that you can defend from an apartment complex perspective? And I'm going to build apartments. I'm going to pull a permit on apartments as soon as I can. I didn't threaten.
So what's stopping them from just doing something else to try to stop that? I mean,
they're going to try to stop me.
Then all fingers are pointing that this is a grudge match.
They're going to try to stop me. They already sued to try to stop the apartments, but they did it improperly and it was thrown out of court. So
by Krebs or by somebody else?
Judge Jackson. Okay. Judge Jackson. She thinks. I guess. I don't know. I don't want to. Whatever.
Yeah,
at this point, what's Krebs going to do? Shoot me or? I'm filing a complaint against him anyways. I'm going to try to keep him.
Can I share one thing with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I seen this on Facebook. I'm going to share it right now. This is. Did it share? Yeah. There it is. Okay. I just pulled it up. Right over here, let me take us off. Just go to the full screen. Right over here, you see this guy's comment. George said, he said, Robert Krebs is a good judge and a good person. I think he is misguided on this one. This appeal will be granted.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, this is people going, hey, this is.
Dude, let me tell you something. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad person.
Right.
I'm going to say I don't think he's thinking this process through. What's the best for the city, man?
Well, I know sometimes I'm stubborn, and if I stick to my gun, I mean, I always do something. I stick to my guns on the wrong way sometimes.
If I was a judge and somebody threatened me, or in my position, if one of my subs, basically, it'd be like one of my subcontractors, brand new employees that worked for him for 2 days, threatened me, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. That's what I did to the judge. That's where I am. I'm way down here. The judge is way up here, but I had to get it out of his court. I needed a ruling, man. Give me a ruling so I can move on, because otherwise it's going to be stuck here forever.
Right.
So I'm not stupid. I didn't think I'm going to force the judge to rule and he's going to rule in my favor. No, I'm going to tell the judge, hey, man, I'm about to file a complaint on you if you don't rule.
Some
and
kind
then
of
you're going to rule against me, and then now I can take it to a higher court. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank God I can take it to a higher court.
Well, I mean,
now,
it's part of the process.
Well, but the ruling, that's when the houses, like, basically from my perspective, him telling me to tear those houses down is like one of you two telling me to tear those houses down. Okay. Okay. I'll tear it down right now. Let's go. I mean, you understand?
Yeah, there's no kind of insurance either that could protect you from that. Like, that's just a total loss for somebody to tell you to throw away your hard-earned work. And,
yeah. The hell with that 800,000
like somebody
right
telling me Jordan to delete all of our podcasts.
We got Angela said, Angela's pronounce name. Thank you for supporting JA.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Sarah says, Mr. Butler, did I understand you to say that laws and ordinances are living documents and
Boje is a nice lady from what I understand, and she's the one that threw the party for the Alons at her house to raise the money for the Back Bay mission, which I pledged $1,000 per house for if we could make this happen.
Yeah,
to make it $41,000.
I was here
to give to the Back Bay mission, and I'll still support the Back Bay mission. But if the Alons don't decide to work with us, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and give that to Lee's favorite charity instead. But I was trying to pledge it just to make something happen. You know, charity's charity. Lee's a giving guy, so he would have been supportive of that. What I'm saying by them being living documents, Miss Boje, is the fact that there is a process in which to change zoning for certain reasons. You can actually apply for a zoning change. You can apply for a variance. You can apply for several different things. You can apply for, let's say you can't have an outbuilding on your property. You can apply for that. You can go through the proper channels and proper processes, and it can be voted on through the planning commission or whatever each municipality's process is, and they can change that. So it's not necessarily a living document. Actually, it is a living document. The base is there. You have to have a standard. The standard is set, but there are processes that you can go through if you want to do something different that's not within the zone as currently written. That's it. That's it. So if you want to build, if you decide you want a detached carport at your house and it doesn't have to be attached, then like let's say it's required.
There's an application I could go complete.
You go fill out the application. You go do. That's it, man. It's a living document. So in other words, you can make changes to a specific zone. We didn't request any changes because the city told us that what we were trying to do fit within their zone.
Fit within it already.
Yeah. If I want a variance, I can go get one.
So, I mean, and then I know how court rulings work. Of course, they revert back to a previous court ruling, right? And then that's what upholds it. I mean, I think I understand it to that much. So is there any previous court rulings that they're bringing up to say, well, here's how we ruled, and at this point, this is why we're ruling this way now?
I don't think so, man. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm definitely don't have the time.
Kyle's better get on it, man, and look it up.
I don't think there's any precedent. I don't think there's any precedent whatsoever.
Okay. So it's just,
I think what they're doing is they're picking these little bitty things to stop me. For example, I'm going to go ahead and give you their case, and then we're going to come back here. Well, if you invite me back, which I'm sure you will,
you're always invited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But anyways, that was so stupid. I don't know why I did that.
Cheers. We'll just cheers in. Cheers.
But anyways,
it was natural.
So look, it was just natural. But because I just invited myself to your house, so I was trying to change whatever.
We're working on a new studio.
I'm in your studio. So bottom line is they're going to argue against the apartments, and they're going to use my roads against me in the density calculations. What does that mean? You got a blank slate. This table. It's cleared. There's nothing on this table right now. You understand? And you can get 12 units per acre. And this is a 5-acre table. You can have 60 units. But when you put stuff on the table, well, you got to take out that much for the density. You got to take out that much for the density. And then all you got left is just bare ground. So that's how many units you can have. Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to use my streets against me in the density calculations. The streets that I put in for the beautiful development. But they waited until those streets were in before they ever filed their suit. And then the first time I met with Michael Lon, he said, hey, man, I didn't wait till your streets were in before I filed the suit. And I thought to myself, well, I wasn't even considering that option until you told me you didn't do it.
That's
you
like
understand what I'm saying?
With all due respect. And then
I was like, this guy. So they're going to use the streets against me in the density calculations. And one thing that their attorney said, the one who I can't even stand his voice and I can't listen to him anymore in the last newscast was, my clients will support prudent development.
I heard that.
But they will not support whatever he said. Well, prudent to who? Prudent to the guys that you're willing to pay to say it's not prudent?
Yeah.
I mean, this is all about money, dude. This is 100% about money. And you know what? That dude lives 50% of his time, or I'm speculating, maybe it's 47.6.
Allegedly.
In Houston. Allegedly, he lives half the time in Houston. You know why he wasn't interviewed for the news story? Because he wasn't here. He was in Houston at his other house that he has instead of the house here in Ocean Springs. Dude, I'm sure he lives in the we could probably Google Earth it. I'm sure we can find on the tax rolls.
Oh, we got Brandon Bailey said with the 80-foot fence.
Big 80-foot fence. I'm down for that.
Ivan Spinner, it's complete bullshit. Apartments are the move. Hugh said, time to get the fools out of the office. Got to get new faces to make voters' votes count. Shit like this pisses me off. Mike is a good guy with a great vision for making the city a better city. Ivan said Butler would be a great motivational speaker. He's got
that's what I'm saying.
And then we got Jay Hood. Yo, my guy. What's up, buddy? We'll play Call of Duty later. What's up, bro? I mean, Call of Duty guys. We're on Twitch too. If you and I play video games. Okay. The crazy thing about this whole thing is for me is like how petty it is. How this whole situation is so petty, like you just said. Allegedly, the guy lives in another in Houston, and we've been by there, and you could tell they're on vacation. It's fine, do their thing, but you can't say this development is not a great development. I've walked this property several times with you. It's outstanding. Like just to kind of learn, from the building, like the way you went with the columns. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we should have added in here, but the columns and then these houses, these townhomes are absolutely amazing. They're not small. It's a good community, and you're right on the beach. And these people that want to be on the beach, they're stopping families from being a part of Ocean Springs, bringing in money that shops local. When somebody moves here, right, buys a house from you on the beach, you don't think they're going to go downtown and spend money with locals?
Oh, dude, that's
or pay property taxes.
Look at these. I mean, it's
so one thing that I see is the support that you seem to be steamrolling, and it is a lot. So you have some movement behind you, and I think it's about shaking the dragon enough to wake up the right people. I mean, so guys, come on, support the move here. We've got hats, right? We've got hats now.
Now we're buying their support.
No, I want to see one of those buildings on a shirt. I was talking to Jordan about it. I was just like, we can make a shirt. He's got a blank shirt right here.
We should put
the house on the shirt, the one that's there, the one they're wanting to tear down. Make everybody look at it and make everybody think. I mean, it's the only way to raise awareness to it.
We'll buy some more Sands hats and we'll give them away in Ocean Springs, man. I'm not looking for. I'm not trying to sell anything. You know what?
It's about
what,
raising awareness.
I got to be honest with you, man. And I know this isn't a huge issue, and everybody's got their own issues in their lives. And to me, this is probably the largest issue I've ever dealt with. I mean, period.
Let's say God doesn't give you anything you can't handle.
Well, I appreciate that. That's a good point. But he tests the shit out of you.
I said that too.
But anyway, the bottom line is, man, is the support from people. I've got support from people I didn't expect support from. You know what I mean? I've got guys out there,
people you don't even know.
Dude, I've got people that I haven't talked to in a long time, and I don't get to. I respond to most of them, and I really appreciate. Y'all have no idea. It's kind of like a humbling experience to go through this and to be like, damn, look at all this support. You know what I'm saying? This is insane. I get the only negative comments you get are from a few people who are miserable
and
we're called internet trolls.
Trolls.
Or
keyboard warriors.
So what do they tell you? Don't respond to the negative. That's real hard sometimes. Especially after you
me and Jordan deal
beers.
with it too.
Yeah, it happens. We got Shay Dobson just said the ruling was bullshit.
Yeah, well, Shay's been supportive of it. I mean, a lot of times these people can't be totally outspoken, political folks, but Shay's been supportive of it. I mean, I think Kenny. Well, I know Kenny's a real estate guy.
Yeah, Kenny always.
Any businessman.
Yeah,
I can't talk for Kenny, but you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to go on a limb here and say that we've got support of 100% of the city, and it's a shame that we have to keep our lawsuit alive against the city, but. The bottom line is like we had to keep that lawsuit alive against the city because we have to protect our interest. That's
absolutely.
We have to protect our money. So there's $500,000 potentially sitting out there. If I can't ever do anything, I need that $500,000 to pay for half of the infrastructure.
Yeah,
not including the two buildings are there,
nor the stress, time, anxiety, hours lost of sleep.
And dude, that those guys are supportive of that. Like they got to fight it. I mean, we're enemies, but we're not enemies. Like the city wants it. I would love to see somebody post on here that there's a reason that we shouldn't have it. I'm waiting for it. Remember
you guys let us know.
Yeah,
we'll give you a free Sans hat if you tell us a reason we shouldn't have it.
No, let's tell me why we shouldn't have it, and it's got to make sense to get the Sans hat, and then we'll give it to you, and then you can wear it everywhere. Exactly. That's a good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, put it out there. Everyone,
but we put remember the poll. 200 to 1.
Yeah.
And the one lady just said, the only reason I did it is because I used to live there and I liked it. 200 to 1. Have you ever seen a more one-sided poll in your life?
If you haven't met Michael Butler, I haven't known Michael Butler for a very long time. We met we had a lunch meeting and over one of his other businesses. And I was able to go see some of his houses and beautiful homes, man. Passionate, and I got to drive around with you and that was an experience. And then coming to the same. Sorry, it cut out, guys. All right, sorry. Anyways, being a part of this, me and you having that lunch meeting, we met, was not even about the Sands. Straight up, was not about Sands, and you know that too.
But it was. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, and we went to your houses. Absolutely amazing. I was blown away. I mean, you're a stickler. You're checking your houses, making sure this is done right, this is done right. And then we did our final stop at the Sands project. And we rode on a float in Mardi Gras. I remember parking there one time and you showing it to me like this is going to be something huge. and to see your vision and to see what how you're laying this out for people that are going to live there. What you care, like you care about this project, these homes.
How many houses a year do you build on average?
With Butler Homes, like 8 to 12, depending on how big they are.
So, I mean, that's the detail right there.
Yeah. And then we got BW Artists, and that was a company. We started a new company. Yeah. But 8 to 12 that's the reason me and Brandon kind of separated. He wanted to build a lot of homes and do development and stuff.
Right.
I wanted to build
Custom high-end
homes. And that's what I loved about this project was that we got to get super creative because the land was going to bring the money.
Yeah. Oh,
But our goal was the best of everything. Not only are you going to get the best piece of property, but you're going to get the best quality everything. I mean, the whole thing was like everything in there was custom cabinets. Everything in there was high-end flooring. Like it was going to be solid wood flooring that you're standing.
The Cadillac of homes.
Dude, it was 100% like the insulation, the HVAC systems, everything was top of the line. Everything.
Mike West says, "What can he do to help?"
Just give me
what can people do to help?
8/10 of your paycheck, and I'll be there.
8/10. That's a good deal. What can people do to help?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Well, what's the next? I mean, is it a petition? Is it?
I think that's it.
Or voice your opinion. Obviously vote. Obviously vote.
You got to vote. Well, you know what? And we're looking at things from a political perspective. We don't have to worry about this in Mississippi necessarily, but we look at how important are school boards now.
Very.
Think about that. When you look at the national news, I try not to watch it, but I get caught up.
It's so depressing.
But so yeah, it's terribly depressing, dude. I made a post one time. I hate the world that the news tells me I live in, but I love the one that I actually live in.
Right. And that's one of the reasons that me and Jordan get inspired behind what we do. But I like that quote actually.
Dude, I'm gonna steal that quote.
Dude, take it.
That's a shirt, dog.
I mean, it's yours. I mean, just give me royalties, but
5/8 of this.
Yeah.
8/10, dude. I take 8/10.
8/10.
And also too is was it Ocean Point was the old apartments there, and I had a person comment on there was like on mine when I shared it. I was like, and I'll be straight up how I wrote that. It was like, this is example of corruption. Like this is me saying it, voicing it. And I'm sharing it. Definitely how I felt when I seen that article and I shared it. That person, one of the person's like, I used to live in Ocean Point. Ocean Point's apartments.
What was it called? I think it was called the Madrid or something. And
they were not nice apartments.
No, they were righty. Look. Yeah, we got Pete. We got Pete in the house.
Yeah, we got Pete. We got Peter Jones.
He's in here with Garrett, giving us a rundown, giving us a walkthrough, seeing how we can make us better.
There they are,
everybody.
right there.
Pete, you've seen Pete in here before.
Yeah. Thank y'all for being behind the computer and just
support,
vibing.
man. It's all about support, and that's kind of back where I asked you, what can people do to help? And let's talk about it. I think raise awareness.
Dude, I really don't know. I mean, at this point, it's kind of in the.
Here's what Megan said. I support Butler Homes and the Sands Project. This is ridiculous, but it's OS. Yeah. So is there a pattern? That's back to what I'm saying. I said it earlier. Why would anybody want to come to you and try to develop there, build there, when they're making you jump through any of these?
I don't think nobody's going to really do the development. Like, I don't think anybody's going to come and spend. I think that's why now Ocean Springs has stepped in and said, like, no more. You can't even do any kind of new business right now until this is
you can
resolved, right?
You can build on whatever's approved now. I don't think they're taking it to any more new developments in.
Yeah, right now they're getting this figured out.
Like, wait a minute, what's our zone? What is our code? We rezone the whole city, but that's on Ocean Springs to talk about. That's just what.
Well, I know I'm saying, but like, think about an investors hearing your story. Do they want their money held up like the way it's happened to you?
I am scared to death to put my money in anything, and it's always because of neighbors. I had an issue with a guy, Jonathan Dial over here. He's a Gulfport attorney. People might like him. I don't know. I don't. But anyway, I don't like talking negative about people, but whatever. I don't know, man. I wouldn't do anything else in Ocean Springs right now. It's hard to put your money in it whenever you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You put all your money. The city tells you can do something. Here's the problem. It's fine if you were to stop me before we spend all the money. Like, stop me before.
Please.
Before I do the infrastructure. Before the infrastructure was over $900,000 actual cost and sweat equity. The sweat equity was insane. Stop me before I put the infrastructure in.
Yeah, it's hot
That's why
out
I don't
there.
believe that dude. That dude's been in charge of oil exploration or whatever his job was. He knew exactly what he was doing, man. And for that dude, like let me tell you something, dude. I try to believe that most people are good, and I still do to this day believe that most people are good. My patience is gone with that dude. You know, my patience is gone with that guy. He when you look at the support from the city and when you look at the support from the city officials, like the citizens and the officials, I guarantee you we are 99% across the board.
I mean, you're getting support from
You
outside of the city.
if you went to the Mississippi coast, drop it to 95% across the board. Like, this isn't me making this up. This is just the support that I see, even the negative comments. Drop it to 95%. What if it was 90? Okay. Have you ever seen anything more one-sided?
That's an A in school.
I mean, well, yeah.
That's 100% an A.
I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for this guy to think, like, how much, what does the narcissism level have to be in your brain for you? Like, what is it? I mean, it's crazy. How you doing in Houston? I know you're going to watch this tonight, Mike, and pretend like you didn't, but how's Houston? Is it good? How's your house in Houston? Is it going good?
Is it raining every day
Over
over
here in
there?
Ocean Springs, we're having a good time, man.
Yeah. Dealing with the rains. Rains every day, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. every day.
And it comes back to, there's when they stall this whole situation, because what irritates me, and this is one thing that really drives me crazy, guys, the developer Lee lost his life doing cardio outside of his condo in Gulfport right by my house. And if this project wouldn't have been stopped, right, Lee would be in his house in Ocean Springs on the beach. And I mean, I'm not going to say like but this was drives me crazy. It's like they stopped this project, but also the guy's house wasn't finished, could have been living there. Guy could still be alive right now.
That's a tough one. I try to forget about that, but that's
It drives me crazy.
Man.
It's like, come on, over this. And you're not even staying here the whole time. And you're taking away not just him, but people that could live on this coast that want to be a part of Ocean Springs. Like, and then you're affecting the local Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs is a great city. It's not a massive, moneymaker with a lot of industrial buildings. It's a small charm town.
This is the best possible project for that property. Best possible project for that property. And what people do, just build a few houses out there. Okay. Well, it's zone multifamily. It's got multifamily dollar prices on it. So go talk to anybody that purchases a piece of property and ask them to build less than what you're allowed. Guess who did it? We did. We could have put an apartment complex on at the beginning, 57 units. Nobody could have done anything about it. They will now. Why? Simply because we try to do something better, and they're trying to use what we did against us to make it less dense. That's BS. I will tear those roads out before that dude wins. Those are my roads. They're private, not mine, everybody in my group, but they're private roads.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And they're paying for them.
But my biggest thing is we're in a free country. Okay. That's what people fought wars for. That's why we're in America, to do whatever you can do legally. Okay. You buy something. You buy a car. Do you want somebody to tell you can't drive it?
True.
You buy, a gun. You want somebody to tell you can't shoot it. And you buy a fishing pole. You want somebody to tell you can't fish with it, or you can only fish with it in a certain amount.
Did during COVID. They told you couldn't go fishing.
Dude, that was one of the biggest things about COVID that bothered me, because you're taking away my rights. You're telling me you got to stay home. You're putting in people under curfew. And I don't like curfew. I'm a very rebellious person at heart, I think. And it's stunning me in many ways. I'm not going to lie. But it's also pushed me to figure things out my own way and be successful in that route. So I think whenever somebody tells you, hey, this is what you have to do and you have to live in the box, that always draws a challenge for me. So for you to go in and buy something and then be told how you can and can't use it, that drives me nuts.
By a neighbor, dude. By a guy with
By somebody's
And approved. Already, like, hey, you got the green light. Wait, come here. Give me let me give it back. Indian given.
Give me your car back. You can't drive it. You can drive it, but you can only drive it at 1 p.m.
But this, I just want to be clear too. Just, you cannot fault. This is not a city of Ocean Springs problem. This is a neighbor problem. This is not a city of 3 administrations. Connie Moran supported it. Shay Dobson supported it. Kenny Holloway supports it. I'm on my 3rd mayor. Somebody wake up.
Right.
Like, where's the
I just hope one day Matthew Brooks can pull that kind of weight.
You know it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
No, you can't do that because I said no.
Me too. I mean, come on. I can't even get that. I don't even have that kind of weight around my kids.
I don't think like Don Corleone had that kind of weight.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, exactly. It's money. It's money talk. It's perfect example of money talks. But then they're going to say, well, he's trying to do single family homes. No, I was just trying to do something super cool in the city. You can say what you want. They're detached townhomes, single family homes. Let's get caught in all the BS or the nuances of developing. I'll attach them if you want them attached. I don't care. What do you want? What do you want?
So Mike West says 8/10 of nothing is nothing. So he's implying that he makes no money. I know that's the lie. Mike West, why are you lying to everybody?
Hey, if you reinvest it constantly, you don't make it. You know what I mean?
All right, and
he's reinvesting.
Donnie Handler, shout out Donnie Handler. That's one of our homies. He says Butler Homes is killing it. You guys are. I mean, you're everywhere. You're in the limelight now. Unfortunately, this is one little stumble in your empire that you're slowly building. I mean, it's not going to stop you. Like you just said, you're going to keep on pushing. You're going to keep on building homes. But for you to get to that point to where, don't be disconnecting anything, Jordan. What are you doing? Did you have too many drinks before you took off your mission? The camera's turned out sideways now, but no. I think, Butler Homes as a whole ain't going nowhere. So they're going to be dealing with this until we come up with a solution. And even if a solution is apartments, then we're going to get them. We're going to move on. And guess what? Butler Homes isn't going to build anything anywhere else. Ocean Springs.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's the outcome of this.
So I'm right now. What I'm going to do?
It's good. I mean, we've got 2 cameras running. We're fine.
What I'm going to do is, as soon as the city. I'm going to meet with the planners because right now, according to him, that particular property is back to the original development. So my goal is to build apartments.
Right.
Like right now with today's ruling, I am moving forward with an apartment complex.
So
period.
If you're successful there, could you see building more apartment complexes in the future?
Well, I've always wanted to, my future plan is to actually own a couple of apartment complexes, for retirement purposes.
Investment. Yeah.
You got to create your own retirement when you're an entrepreneur, man. They don't give it to you.
Right. That's a good way to look at it.
Me.
Yeah.
I can't give it to
you gotta get onto your boss then.
Yeah, I got to create it, man. So that was my next step. When I was 40, this project should have been done by now. Should have been over with, but it is what it is.
What's a typical turnaround time for a project like that? Would you say
that one would have been able
if it wasn't start?
4 years, I bet 4 years would have been, and because a lot of those were super custom,
right?
And those are difficult builds, really high because of the velocity zone, and all that good stuff.
I'm an instructor. I know how it goes. Man.
Yeah, lots of landscaping. We had to be very methodical about how we were going to build them. You have to start at one side and work your way down because you don't want to leave a lot between 2 tall buildings. So I would say it would have taken us probably 4 years to finish the whole thing. Y'all want to know? I hired Chase Denmark specifically for this project. And he reminded me about that. We're still buddies today. He's the only person that's ever worked for our company that doesn't work there anymore. And it was just kind of a difference of opinion, like me and Brandon. Like Chase wanted to build some, when I say high end, I'm talking about super, super, super high end. His dad, draws super cool houses.
Yeah.
So he wants to work on those. But it wasn't a good fit for him because we were rolling always. And Chase is a craftsman, man. His mind's always, he wants to work and get nice things done. And he just couldn't handle a little, and we don't have that much volume going on, but we do have a little bit of volume to be a custom home builder. So Chase he's the one person that left, but he said to me the other day, he's like, you realize you hired me for that project. And now he's got his own company. He's working with another guy now, Hunter Desport. He's got his own thing going on and they're doing great. And we're still fishing buddies, but he's like, dude, you hired me for that. I worked for you for 2 years. Then I decided to go out on my own and you still haven't started it. I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy. We got Paul in here. I'm behind you 100%. But if worse comes to worse, build a Slippery Sam's and
that's what I was saying. That's what I was going with earlier with the slip and slide comment. I was like,
we're having Slippery Sam's would be dope.
Yeah,
we got Ryan Gibbons, LOL. Probably, what comment would you say, Matt? What? Guido's back in here. What up, boys? Guido's on the podcast. Juke Joint, Trench, and Guido. Shout out to you. We'll use your ice chest you left. It's a Yingling flight ice chest. So get right here. Thank you for that. I'm never gonna stop using it. Preston, what up, my dudes? What's up, buddy? Plowed. Preston, he does surveying.
Surveying.
And he's our intro.
I didn't know he was a rapper.
Yeah, man.
He's a rapper.
I didn't know he was a good one.
He's really good.
Really good.
SoundCloud, you guys can send it out. Y'all send it out with this one.
Yeah.
If you pay Scott a party to go to, he's got to get clothes.
Hey. I got a red cup, don't give a fuck. Who is you, nigga? You ain't talking nuts. You ain't talking about nothing but bro. Nigga, you talking about nothing but bluff. Ride around city with nothing but plow. And you know that we smoking that loud. Ride around city, I see old cloud.
Doing this shit for the cheap. Everyone around me, they sow what they reap. Don't give a fuck as I'm in the streets. Don't stop you loud and then do what I believe. Everyone around me, they wanna get like me. Don't stop you loud and this bitch come and fight me. Don't give a fuck if you wanna invite me. Everyone around me, they get all excited.
We bring it here. I want to bring it here. That's what me and Jordan are about with the studio. I mean, it's about
They chop an AP.
put people on the map.
I mean, with that high tone that you just did, I don't know if that's
gonna be a rap song.
Or I'm more of the sound.
Hey, come
sound
my
guy.
clip, you can try it. In my shirt, straight up Hawaiian. Don't give a fuck, cause everyone like it. Everyone
be
knows
good.
that
How
I'm
long is
a
the video?
giant. If
I
you
don't know.
know the
Garrett, how long
game,
is the
then
video?
you know just about the chain.
Oh, we're already. We got 30. There we go. There we go. This is a long rap.
Like,
a long one.
I don't remember that. It was a long video, huh?
Oh, I don't know what y'all were. I don't know.
No, we were muted the whole time the video was playing. So,
No, we wasn't.
oh, we weren't.
No, I muted us, so I thought it'd be funny.
I don't even know what's going on.
Me either, man.
When you're here-
Well, it's crazy.
Yeah, you're here.
Everything that I was raised as my parents told me was right is now wrong, and everything that they told me was wrong is now right. And I mean, men or women, and you got nobody knows what's going on.
You know, and you're a local developer that loves.
But you know that.
You love creating beautiful things, and especially being a part of the community. And since you put so much effort and work in your home, like, I mean, I think 100 years from now, 200 years from now, it's gonna be like, you're gonna know that Butler brand, like Butler Homes. And that every time you see one of his houses, they're all unique. And I don't know. I think this is one of the things we're gonna look back, guys, 10 years from now and go like, we pulled it off.
Yeah. I want this project to be awesome. I told Lee Brumfield whenever I appreciate those comments, by the way, but I told Lee, I said, man, if I build this thing the way I know I can build it, I said, I'll never have to advertise another day of my life, which we don't have to do any advertising right now, but that project
Would have been all it took.
I'm telling you, dude, I was putting everything into it. All you got to do is look at the columns on that little house behind it. And I say little, it's 2,800 freaking square feet. Everybody thinks it's small. Lee's house is 5,500 square feet. I mean, that little one right there with those beautiful columns, man, that's $24,000 worth of columns on that house.
So that's what they want you to tear down right there. What we're looking
Yeah,
at.
that ain't happening.
All right.
But I'm serious. That's $24,000 worth of columns. Lee's house at that point, man, I'm spitting out numbers right now, but he's got 600-700 in the house at that point, right there.
And then he wants you to tear it down.
Dude, there's a 2-story library on the second floor of that house. You walk through that house, man. There's $85,000 of windows in that house. You think I'm tearing that down?
No.
I built cottages at one time that cost $85,000. That's $85,000 of windows.
So could anybody live there right now if they wanted to? I mean, or would they stop that from happening?
I need to put a floor in the elevator shaft because there's an elevator that goes up 4 floors. But I mean, I can't stop anybody from climbing in there.
No, I'm talking about like.
You want to camp out one night?
No, I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Maybe we should. Yeah.
But we're gonna have to sign.
See if it's haunted.
Well, let's go straight to the fact that and this just frustrates the shit out of me. That property, I grew up in Ocean Springs, live off of Halstead. Them apartments were not super nice apartments. I'm sorry, they're like, but for like, and now it sits there just an empty lot, abandoned. Like, if they just let this development go, you're going to see lawns, you're going to see beautiful homes, you're going to see more development in the community. So, like, let's take, we'll take one of my friends' boutiques. We got Tribe over here, right? Somebody moves in. That the lady that buys a house, she's gonna go to Tribe, buy a couple outfits. Then she's gonna move over.
Tater nut.
Yeah, she's gonna move over to Knuckleheads and grab a burger. I mean, you're affecting so many people.
Dude, the local business owners are so supportive. It's ridiculous. I mean, I talked to Heath. I'm getting texts from these guys. What can I do to help? And
that's where I guess the next step is, like you said, we just had that people ask that in this thing. So game plan it.
We're all in it together.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all in it together. Seriously. I mean, at the end of the day, apartments, I have to do what I have to do. Like, I can't sit here and just sustain the expenses of this property.
Would you make nice apartments?
They're going to be great apartments. I'm gonna have
But right now you can't do anything. So
well, we'll see what happens. But if I can move forward with apartments, that's what I'm gonna do. But at the end of the day, it's all of the city wants it, all of the board of aldermen want it, the mayor wants it, everybody wants it. Except
That's
for
what Chris
these
Hurd says, I want a Sands hat. Give the people what they want. It's what the city deserves and needs.
And I was talking to Crow. Crow works at
Jackson County Planning Authority,
Water Authority,
Utility Authority.
And Chris is a big part of that company. I've got to hang out with him at a meeting before when I had issues with my water bill at my mattress store. They're the water company that runs out of Pascagoula. Yeah. And I called Chris because he liked the sand situation. So I called him on the phone and said, Chris, you got any questions that I can ask Butler? Because, I mean, he's in the whole entire county, Jackson County. He sees the stuff on a daily, all these rules. And then that was, he was like, man, like the Sands project, that's a good thing. But you're looking at so many different, you got so many steps to do anything now.
Guido says he supports it at the juke joint. What's Preston say right there? It's too long for me to read at an angle.
What?
Yeah, right there.
I have people who ask me on a daily who to go with for home builders. And out of the dozens of home builders I do work for, I always recommend Butler Homes over everyone on the coast.
Man, I appreciate that.
That's sick.
I mean, that's awesome. That's why when you only build 10 to 12 houses a year, you don't really have to advertise, because you work with folks like that and they support you and they support the cause and they see the project. He sees it all the way through because they do stuff, throughout the process. They come back and they do their final elevation certificates. So he gets to see it from the ground to the top, and he gets to see the quality of the homes. And we put a lot of effort into the quality. I mean, that's what we do. But
so I think, to answer everybody who's wondering what can you do to help, that is, we need signs. We need signs, and we need these local businesses could put a sign like we support the Sands, and then flood it with hats, flood it with shirts, man.
Do that. We'll do all that. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, I talked to David the other day and I said, look, man, I understand legalities of things, and you got the law is the law is the law. But the law is also interpreted. So it's the best arguer that wins. You know what I mean? So I said, I want to write a letter and I want to submit it with our complaint about this judge. And we're not complaining about the ruling. We're complaining about the time. We expected the ruling. Otherwise, we wouldn't have forced it. Like he told me, he's like, if you force this, he advised me against it. If you force this, we're going to get a bad ruling. I said, whatever. Get it out of his court, man. I got to move on with my life.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is I'm going to write a letter to the judge, and maybe I should just get a bunch of signatures, actual signatures.
No, you 100% should.
People in the city.
So
just
if you
send it to the Supreme Court. All of the aldermen, all of the city.
And you got 2 signatures right here.
And somebody started was it change.org?
There is one out there I saw, didn't I?
Somebody create the Sands, the change.org and get some signatures out there.
That's what we need to do.
We need to do that. Like somebody, hey, start a chain. Let's get the Sands going. Let's get some signatures.
That's all we can do. I mean, public. The only way I know to fight it is in the public. I can't win privately.
That's right.
Getting the shit kicked out of me.
That's right.
So
yeah, let's do it.
No matter what, though, he was approved to build all this stuff, and then it was taken away like that.
Yeah, you bought the car, and then they told you can't drive it.
Yeah, that's so.
That is the best analogy on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, guys, we're hitting over a little over an hour. You got any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything you'd like to see Butler do with the property? You guys let us know. We've already got a Slippery Sam's on deck. What else would we do there? Use car lot. Michael West, he said he wants to put a direct auto right there.
Yeah, I'll take 2/10 if you do it.
Forever, for life, of all cars. So
one thing I respect about you too is like with you building your homes and stuff. I mean, you have not just this project is not your Butler Homes, your Creighton Homes. You got employees that you take care of. I mean, you got a lot going on. And then you take your time to focus on the Sands too. Yeah.
And a family.
Yeah. And without Sands, you could tell it's a headache, but it's your passion project.
No, it's your learning lesson.
No, it is.
It is literally this is gonna prepare you for something in the future.
You know what, dude? I try to find the silver lining or whatever,
That's it.
In everything. I mean, there's something positive in here somewhere. And I'm learning a lot, man. There's no doubt. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it sucks like hell, but at some point something good's going to happen and we're going to work our asses off to sustain it. I mean, that's it. Like Josh and I, Josh is my business partner. I tell him all the time, man, he's basically, it would be harder for me to divorce Josh than it would my wife. And I'm not divorcing either one of them, but I mean, we've got
surround yourself with people that make you better.
Well, yeah. And Josh's job, that's what people don't understand. Like y'all see what I'm going with the people like him, Mike Butler. Look, there's no me without this entire group of
Right.
people. Like there's people doing things that I don't even know what's happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like Josh is taking care of this, and he's giving me updates on finances. He's a financial genius. I mean, he was in the bank when we ended up partnering up and starting this company together. We started Butler Homes together. You know, we just named it Butler Homes because I was in the community and he was at the bank.
Well, I mean,
so-
and look where that led. So
Yeah.
that blossomed something that ended up being very beautiful and successful there. So I think this is going to be the same with the Sands.
I think so. I think so. And we got Lee. Now we got support from above, man.
Yeah, you got a guardian angel over it.
Yeah.
So and we got the right intentions. You know what? We got the right intentions. We're trying to do the best thing. Something good's going to happen. You know, I hate to talk negatively about the judge, but if he were in my position, he'd be doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, anybody would.
You know,
Anybody would.
and-
I mean, you fight for your right. Right? That's it. They should write a
Is that like
song.
a 1980s
They should write a song about that. Plow, we need a rap song. Fight for your right.
Guys, we got if you got any more, like we're about to wrap this up, got 5 minutes in here. If you have any questions, here's your chance. And I just put on there with Jordan Matthew, you got the Sands at Front Beach, the Facebook page. Go ahead and like that. Like Jordan Matthew. And if you're interested in the Sands hat, hit us up.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
like,
you want to sign a petition, we'll have that going soon.
we need help. I mean, we all need to come together and we just need, look, let's go straight and take over the coast.
Let's take over everything.
Take over everything.
Yeah, does anybody in like Biloxi? You know, we've been looking at some stuff in Biloxi. I'm not hating to get.
I got Peter Abad, right?
Oh, Peter.
Yeah, we've been looking at some stuff in Biloxi. Old Joe Gazzo, you know. So I want to do some stuff. I want to do some cool stuff, man, on the coast. Like I really do. I just want to do some cool.
You already have and are.
You know,
so.
Dude, you
Like,
have.
the individual homes are awesome, but you know, you're always like, and I love building my houses for my owners. We got great owners. I tell you what, I'm blessed. I would say 95% of the people that I build houses for are awesome and appreciative. You get, you know, occasionally you get somebody that's not great to work for, but that's just personality. It could be me, it could be them. For whatever reason, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
But you learn from it, live and learn.
Yeah, you learn from it. But at the end of the day, you know, even with those folks, I tell them, hey, look, if you're not happy with it, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it better. I don't care if it costs me money. At the end of the day, I just want to make people happy. And that's the truth. I try to do the best I can, but
well, you heard it here, guys. This big bad wolf, terrible guy's trying to screw up everything in Ocean Springs. So you guys don't support him at all. He's bad news there. No, clearly I'm kidding, Mike. Dude, thank you so much for coming.
And thank you. Yeah, man. Really, thank
I
you.
appreciate you guys.
And we're honored to
give
give you a platform to come talk about this stuff on. Because
no, dude, I sincerely appreciate that, man. It's.
Hey, this is Brooks going, hey, he's seen the situation because you sent me in the morning. I wish I would have put it in my phone, the ruling or whatever. It was so like bullshit. I don't care. I can speak for myself. Bullshit. It's a bully system to me.
it's, if it looks like a duck, quacks like
Yeah,
a duck.
It's ego. But really appreciate you stopping by. But that was Brooks calling, like, hey, let's get him on Monday. Like, let's talk about this.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We have to. We can't stop not talking about it.
No.
No,
I mean-
keep it rolling.
I mean, out of sight, out of sight, out of mind, I guess is the saying. So no, that's why I say we'll spring awareness hats, signs,
Yeah.
stickers.
David and
Stickers is probably the best route.
I think that's for the back. I'm going to put some on my windshield.
Yeah.
Like I love stickers.
We need to get some urinal. We need to get some
Urinal
custom-
cakes?
Yeah, urinal cakes. Custom. Yeah, let's do it. I mean,
Piss on the sands. I don't know if I like it.
No, but we could piss on something else.
all right, guys, we love you so much. Thank you, Michael, for stopping by.
Yep.
You can check out Butler Homes at their Facebook. You can check out the Sands. I just put the link in there. And guys, reach out to the Sands at Front Beach. I mean, you can message us anytime.
Yeah, show your support.
Yeah.
So, see y'all next time.
Hey,
Thank y'all.
And
Appreciate
you might
it.
want to say thank you to your wife.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for watching the kids. I'll be home soon. I'll get Ken out of bed. This podcast is ending at 11:30.
All right, guys.
See you guys next time.
We love you. Thank you.
I got the yellow ribbon. So, you know, it's okay. You know.
How many times did you sit back just relaxing? Understand movements coming in, yeah, we got the packs in. I don't really wanna see no more traffic. Last pack just came in, let's get it out quick.